All right, good evening. Thank you guys for coming out. I am Micah Holmes. I'm a student from Harvard University. I'm a transient student at FSCJ. So to introduce myself, again, my name is Micah Holmes. I find myself as a part of the design community. And as a part of the design community, I find myself caring about three specific values. Those values, they kind of intertwine. They're even though they're separate, they directly correlate to each other. They support each other, and in that regard, they are very pertinent to each other. The first one would be intent. So in the design community, you have to have intent. You have to design with intent on what you want, the outcome, all the things you have to pretty much take into consideration. Also, with intent, you find yourself just thinking about what is the final outcome that you want. What is that thing that you want in the end, and how do you get there? So you find yourself thinking a lot about the process, and that's something that across the board in the design community is very valued. And then also with intent, I find it kind of correlating to my life. The things that I find myself wanting, um, I have to decide those things. It's not just stuff that happens. It's not things that just kind of fall out of the sky. It's purposefully intended. And also, the pursuing of those goals are the same thing. It's not just accidental that they have come about. I have to set goals, make agendas, things like that to obtain those goals. One thing that correlates with that, and it's another value that correlates through our community, is hard work. So after having those goals, after intending on what you want, you have to work for it. You have to just roll up your sleeves and get to work on what you want out of life and what you want the product to become. I find that very important. I feel like every employer finds that important, and I'm proud to have that as one of my values, the things that I care about. The third thing is openness. So along with intent, um, it's openness. So after you say what you want and after you're willing to work for it, you have to be open to receive feedback from other people, to think about what you want, but then also allow others to critique it, and also to allow others to pretty much say their thought process on whatever you're doing. That goes with diversity, and the diversity also allows for your work to become better. With that diversity, it allows for all the little issues that you may not see, because you find that after working with something for a long time, you become more acclimated to it. So you don't see all the issues, you don't see things in a certain light, and then that other person come about and look at your project or look at whatever your work is and make it feel like, oh, maybe we should do this, or have you thought about that? And it could be something that you totally didn't look at. So being who I am in the design community and in the art community, um, I find myself caring a lot about intent, hard work, and openness. Openness to allow your projects to become better, hard work to push for what you want, and intent on beforehand deciding on what you want as a goal. So thank you for your time. I hope this was informational. Any questions?
Nope.
Awesome, thank you.
I have one.
Five people.
Too fast. So I didn't look at it.